read today some verses from the 9th chapter, Bhagavad Gita. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Prataksha Abhagavam Dharmam Susukham Kortum Abhayam. This Bhakti Yoga, devotional service, is Rajavidya. Raja means king, and Vidya means education, knowledge, learning. As there are common men and there are kings also. As a king is important, the most important person in the state, or the president is the most important person in the state. Similarly, of all learnings, this is the king of learning, Rajavidya. And Rajaguhyam, Rajavidya Rajaguhyam. Guhyam means confidence. Confidential, anything confidential is not to be disclosed to the common man. After many research, one can find out the confidence or the confidential nature of devotional service. Bahunam janmanamanti, it is stated in the Bhagavad. It is most confidential because one comes to this knowledge after cultivating other knowledges for many births. One comes to this knowledge. What is this knowledge? Devotional, Rajavidya. What is the symptom? Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mahanga prapadyate. This is the symptom. That one has surrendered to Krishna. That means he is in perfect knowledge. So long he is not surrendering to Krishna, he is trying to become Krishna, or he is posing himself as equal to Krishna, or sometimes above Krishna. There is a very well advertised yogi. They say, at least his disciple says that he is above Krishna. That is not knowledge. That is ignorance. Real knowledge, jnanava, is to surrender to Krishna. That is real knowledge. Bahunam janmanam. If one is actually intelligent, he should not wait for many births. If he believes in the Bhagavad Gita, in the statement of Bhagavad Gita, then immediately after hearing this verse, that Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mang prapadyate, he should immediately surrender to Krishna. That Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, Manasa deha geha jo kichu mora, or pinu tua pade nanda kishore. This is surrender. Manasa deha geha. We have got this mind. Mind is the center of creative force. Therefore, we have to surrender first of all our mind to Krishna. Just like Ambarish Maharaj ki Sabai mana Krishna padar vindayo bachangsi vaikuntu gunan varnan. He set example that he first of all he surrendered his mind unto the lotus feet of Krishna. Sabai mana Krishna padar vindayo. And bachangsi vaikuntu gunan varnan. And he engaged his talkings simply on the matter of describing Vaikuntha. Krishna's another name is Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means Vigata Kuntha. Kuntha means anxiety. If you surrender to Krishna, from that moment you become free from all anxiety. Therefore Krishna's name is Vaikuntha. Just I take for example, these Americans and European boys and girls, they were raised very in a highly comforts of life, not like Indians. Their standard of living is better than Indians. Everyone knows. When Europeans were in Calcutta, we have seen how their standard of living. If one has not gone to the Western countries, they could remember. But I have traveled, their standard of living is higher than Indian standard of living, so far material comforts are. So, now they have sacrificed everything. You can see how it has been possible. Because the mind has been engaged in Krishna consciousness. Savai mana Krishna padarvinda, vachangsi vaikuntha guna. If you engage your talking simply on the matter of describing Krishna, if you engage your mind always on the lotus feet of Krishna, if you engage your legs for going to the temple of Krishna, if you engage your hand for cleansing the temple of Krishna, if you engage your nose for smelling the flower offered to Krishna, if you engage your tongue for tasting prasadam which is offered to Krishna, in this way, if your all senses are engaged in Krishna consciousness, then you become the topmost yogi. Because yoga perfection means yoga indriya sangha. The practice of yoga means to control the mind and the senses. This is the purpose of yoga, not for playing any juggling. But sometimes the yogis become so powerful, they get some perfection, animala, hima, siddhi, they get. But that is not the prime object of yoga. Yoga practice means that one becomes controller of the senses and the mind, and then they can perfectly meditate on the Supreme Personality of God. Dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pasyanti jam yogina. This is yogi's business. Dhyanavastita, by meditation. Tadgata manasa, spiritualized mind, or completely absorbed in the thought of Krishna. Dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pasyanti jam, they can see God, Krishna, Vishnu within the heart. Ishara sarvabhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati. Ishara, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Paramatma, is situated in everyone's heart. You haven't got to search out. He is there within your heart. Simply, you have to know the method, how to see him. That is one. Dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pasyanti. So therefore, this science, this devotional science, devotional service, or bhakti yoga, is Raja Vidya. Raja, automatically. Automatically your senses, mind become controlled because it is engaged in Krishna. Therefore it is purified, and as soon as it is purified, You will not like to engage your senses in any other activity. That is the taste of bhakti. Bhakti, one has become bhakta, at the same time he is very much attracted to sense gratification. That is not bhakti. Bhakti means bhakti paresanubhava, realization of the transcendence. And what is taste? Virakti annatrasya, vairagya. Many places it is stated. Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayati Asu Vairagyam. Vairagyam means no more taste for sense gratification. That is called vairagya. Virag, vigata raga. No attachment. Our material attachment means material sense gratification. That is attachment. And bhakti means, bhakti therefore another name of bhakti is vairagya vidya. Vairagya vidya nija bhakti yogam shikkhatam eka purusha purana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sarira Dhari Kipam Buddhijas Tamaham Prabhandi. This is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, a learned scholar, a logician. When he became disciple of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wrote 100, he was a great Sanskrit scholar. So he wrote 100 verses. Out of 2 verses are available. Because when these verses were presented to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he torn it and threw it out. Because he did not like it is his instruction. The one should not be very much attached to his self-aggrandizement. No. But his devotees collected only 2, 3 or some slokas. Out of these, this is one of them. Vairagya vidya nija bhakti yogam shikkhatameka purusha purana. Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Purusha Purana. Sri Krishna Chaitanya himself, Sri Krishna himself, Purana, the oldest person. Who is the oldest person? Krishna. Because Krishna is aham sarvasya prabhava. Name vidu suragana. These things are there. So he is the oldest person. Adi Purusha. In the Brahma Samhita it is said, Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaham Bhajan. Ishara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigra Anadi Radhi Govinda. He is the Adi Purusha. Therefore Purana Purusha. Purana means old, the oldest. Who can be older than Krishna? Therefore the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya says that this Adi Purusha, that oldest person Krishna, he has come down to teach Vairagya Vidya. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam. What is that Vairagya Vidya? Bhakti Yoga. Our difficulty is that we have been entangled in this material world because we have been attracted by the sense gratification in the material. And Vairagya Vidya means unless we become detestful, parang dishtya nivartat, unless we find a better position, a better enjoyment, we cannot give it up. So this Bhakti Yoga means offering the better position, better gratification, better pleasure, so that one can give up this inferior pleasure in the material world. Therefore Bhakti Yoga means Vairagya Vidya, Jnana Vairagya, Vasudeva. That Vairagya can be very easily achieved by Bhakti Yoga Vasudeva. The Bhakti Yoga means Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasam Sakham Mahatma Niveda. The beginning of Bhakti Yoga is here. So you have kindly come here to hear. This is Bhakti Yoga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu approved this Bhakti Yoga simply by hearing from the realized person. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had talked with Ramananda Rai how one develops spiritual life, sadha sadhana. So Ramananda Rai was answering and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was questioning. Ramananda Rai felt a little inconvenience. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is such an exalted person, he is Krishna himself. Apart from that, he is born in high Brahmin family, such a learned scholar, Nimai Pandit he was, and so nice person, a sannyasi, the topmost order in our Vedic society. Sannyasi, Brahmana, scholar, and everything, complete. And he is questioning, I am answering. This is very awkward position. I have become teacher and he has become student. How it is possible? So he was hesitating. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu encouraged him. No, don't hesitate. Because it doesn't matter that you are a grihastha, you are not even a Brahmin. Ramananda Rai belonged to the Koran society in Odisha. They are supposed to be Sudra. But still, he was a very big man. He was governor of Odisha, governor of Madras, and very rich man, and very learned scholar, especially in this Vaishnava philosophy. So, formally, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was the royal scholar in Maharaj Pitabuddha's assembly house, royal scholar. So, in the beginning, this Ramananda Rai and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya had some talks on bhakti. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya being great logician, he could not understand the bhakti philosophy. But when he became a student of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he could understand how much elevated was Ramananda Rai. At that time, before I could not realize. But when he became himself a devotee, he could understand. Therefore, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to the South Indian tour, he recommended, sir, if you can meet Ramananda Rai, he will be very much pleased. He is a great advanced student in Krishna consciousness. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met him on the bank of Godavari river, and the talk was going on, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the position of the student, and he was offered, Ramananda Rai is offered the position of the teacher, although he was grihastha, governor, and according to our social custom, Koran, Sudra, so he was hesitating. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, this is the statement of Chaitanya, Kiva Vipra, Kiva Sudra Nasikanena, Jai Krishna Tattva Vitta, Jai Guru. Why you are hesitating? You are Guru. It doesn't matter that you are a grihastha, you are governor, you are dealing in politics, but I know that you are Krishna Tattva. You know the science of Krishna. Therefore you are Guru. So this is the test. To become Guru, it doesn't matter that one has to come out from Brahmin family or high family or Hindu family or this family or that family. No. Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Jai Krishna Tattva. Never mind what it is. He may be European, he may be American, he may be Sudra, he may be whatever. That is past. That is his past life. Now, when one has become Krishna Tattva, really Krishna conscious, he comes to the transcendental position. Sagunan samatitta etana brahma bhuyaya kal. Any devotee, mancha bhyavicharini bhakti yoge na jasuri. Any devotee who is unflinching faith and Guru and Krishna, such devotee, Jasya Devi Parabhakti Jatha Devi Tatha Guru, such person, Bhakti Jog, you cannot, without accepting Guru, there is no possibility of understanding Bhakti Jog. Naishang Matistavadudu Pramangi, Niskinchananang Pada Rajobisi. Unless one touches the lotus feet of Niskinchan Vaishnava, there is no question of Bhakti Yoga. That is not possible. Naishang Matistavad Urupramangvi. Urupramangvi means Krishna's lotus feet. One cannot be attached unless he takes the dust of a Niskinchan Vaishnava. This is the process. So, Bhakti Yoga, Manchabhya Vicharini Bhakti Yogina Jasevate. Sagunan samatitta etana brahma bhuyat. Anyone who is engaged in bhakti yoga, in real process, he is immediately elevated to the brahma bhuta stage, transcendental stage. This is material stage, jiva bhuta stage. I am, when so long I am identifying myself with this body. This is called jiva bhuta, material life. When I have absorbed this consciousness, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught, Jiver Swarupa Nitta Krishna Da. When one is firmly convinced that he is eternal servant of Krishna and is engaged in his service, Krishna confirms, yes, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate, he immediately is elevated to the Brahma Bhuta state. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nasochati Nakangati. Samas sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhakti ravate param. Bhakti begins when one is on the Brahma Bhuta stage, or one who is situated in Bhakti Yoga. He is in the Brahma Bhuta stage. Although he appears like ordinary man, chanting, dancing, but this chanting, dancing or Hare Krishna mantra is not so easy thing. Unless one comes to the Brahma Bhuta state, it is not possible. So, Bhakti Yoga is the topmost yoga. Raja Vidya. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Pavitram. Pavitram means without any contamination of material modes of nature. Here in this material world, there are three modes of material nature. Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. Even in this material world, one is situated in Satagun or the Brahminical qualification. Sama, Dama, Titikha, Arjava, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Astikam, Brahma, Karma, Svabhava. These are the natural symptoms of a qualified Brahman. Sama, Dama, Titikha, Arjava. These are described all in the Bhagavad Gita. But still that is material. Even one is samadama tidikha jnanam vijnanam astikam is possessing. Still that is material. But spiritual position is another position, transcendental position. Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So Bhakti Yoga is so nice that as soon as you come to the discipline of Bhakti Yoga, you become situated in Brahma Bhuta platform. Brahma Bhuta. He doesn't require to make separate effort for becoming Brahma Bhuta. Aham Brahmasmi. This is a theory for the Mayavadi philosophy. Aham Brahmasmi. Actually we are Brahma because we are part and parcel of Parabrahma. Mama Ivamsa Jiva Bhuta. So Krishna is Parabrahma. Parabrahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavam. Arjuna realized Krishna like this. So we are Brahma. That's a fact. The Vedas stresses on this point that you realize yourself, that you are not this body, you are Brahma, spirit soul. That is what? That is Brahma Bhuta state. When one understands that I am not this body, so long I am thinking in bodily concept of life, I mean, no better than the asses, animal. That is it. Jasyatma buddhi kunapeti dhatuti sadhikkalatradisu bhaumaijadhi jatirtha buddhi salilena karasi janeshu avijneshu saeva gokam. Gokam. Anyone who is in bodily concept of life, he is no better than animal, like cows and asses. This is the bhati. So therefore, when we are in the animal consciousness of life, there is no possibility of getting Krishna conscious. So we have to become Krishna conscious by the Raja Vidya process, by the Pavitra process. Pavitram idam uttamam. Every word so nicely spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, every word must be perfect. Raja Vidya, Raja Gudyam, Pavitra. Pavitra means above the material mode. Above the material mode. Pavitram, this is described in the Shastra as Vishuddha Satta. Vishuddha Satta. Here, Satagun. There is possibility of being attacked with Rajagun Tamam here in this material. But when one is not attacked anymore by the Rajagun Tamagun, simply remains in the Satagun, that is called Vishuddha Satya. Sattang Vishuddhang Vasudeva Sabdi. That is Vasudeva Satta. In that Vasudeva Satta one can realize what is Vasudeva, Vasudeva, Krishna. Vasudeva Sarvameti, Sa Mahatma, Sudurlava. When one comes to the platform of Vasudeva Satta, then he can understand Vasudeva Satta. Vasudeva is born. Just like from Vasudeva, Krishna born. Similarly, when we come to the stage of Vasudeva Satta, then we can realize Vasudeva. Therefore, Pavitram. Pavitram idam uttamam. Uttamam. Ut means transcendental, above. Udgatam. This kind of utpanna. So uttamam means ut, above. Tama means this material world. This material world is known as tama. Tamasi ma jyotir dama. The Vedas say, don't remain in darkness. Come to the spiritual platform. Tamasi ma jyotir dama. So, this devotional service is Rajavidya because it is uttamam, udgata tama. There is nothing material contamination. Uttamam. Therefore, Krishna is sometimes called Uttama Sloka. Krishna is worshipped by verses which is not ordinary poetry. Ordinary poetry. Just like Brahma Sangha. Ishara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radi Govinda Sarva Karana Karana Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu Kalpa Vrikkala Khyabriteshu Surabhi Ravipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Samrama Sebumanam Govindam Adikarisam Tamangam. These are Uttama slokas. These slokas, these descriptions are not of the material world. Just like this one. Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu. In the spiritual world, the houses are made of Chintamani stone. Chintamani stone you cannot have here, maybe, but we have no experience. But Chintamani stone means touch a stone. If you take that stone and touch in iron, it becomes gold. That is Chintamani. So Chintamani Prakara Sadmasu. The Vaikuntha Lok, Golok Vrindavan, is made of houses. There are Nirbisheshvadi, Sunnavadi. They cannot understand that in the spiritual world there are also houses, there are also gardens, there are also rivers, There are also cows, they cannot understand. Because they are in the tamo, in this darkness of material world. They are disgusted with this material world. They want to make it zero, nirvana. They want to make it zero. No, why zero? The Bhagavad says, nirasta kuhakam, nirasta sattam param dhimahi, janmadasya. Actually, this material world is born out of the reflection of the spiritual world. Janmadasya jata annayat itaratascha artheshu avigna sarat teni brahma lida adi kavay mayanti jasya tejo barinit binimam jattat tisardam misha sara sada nirasta kahakam dhamna sattam param dhimai. These are the descriptions. So, there is spiritual world. There is spiritual world. And there is spiritual body. Satchidananda Vigraha, Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha. So all these to be learned through Bhakti Yoga. We cannot learn by speculation. That is not possible. That is Jaravidya. Jaravidya. It is Rajavidya. Jaravidya will not help you to understand Krishna. That will not help you. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Jaravidya sava mayar boi. By advance of material science, you are simply increasing the paraphernalia of this maya, illusory energy. Jaravidya sa mayar vaibhav, tomar bhajane badha. The more one becomes materialistic scientist, he defies God. That is not. We believe in science. Believe in science. Right? What is your science perfection? And that is a different subject matter. But the difficulty is, at the present moment especially, the more one becomes advanced in this material knowledge, he becomes atheist, he becomes disbelief. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Jaravidya sab mayar vaibhav, tomar bhajane badha. It is simply hindrances. Anitya samsare moho janmaiya jeev ke karoye gadha. Every word has got meaning. Jeev ke karoye gadha. This gadha, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said, it is not Bhaktivinoda Thakur's wordings, it is the Vedic aspect. Krishna also said, Namang prapadante mudha duskitina naradhama. Mudha means gadha, who has no knowledge. So anyone who does not surrender to Krishna, what he is in the four classes. Namang duskitina mudha prapadante naradhama. Either he is a naradham, or he is an ass, mudha, or he is full of sinful activities, or if you say that he is so learned scholar, the maya purita jnana, his knowledge has been taken up by maya. Otherwise, how he cannot surrender to Krishna? How he cannot surrender to Krishna? Because he is not surrendering to Krishna, he must be classified in either of these categories. Mura duskitina naradhama maya purita. Therefore we have to take shelter of this Rajavidya, not Jaravidya. Jaravidya will not help you. Rajavidya, Rajabhuya, very confident. Very confident. Just like Krishna describing in the last 18th chapter. Guhyatam, my dear Krishna, I have given you all kinds of knowledge, but I am giving the most confidential knowledge now. What is that? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sarva. This is the most confident. So one who has surrendered to Krishna without any reservation, anna vilasita sunnam jnana karmadhanabhitam anukullena krishnanu silanam. Such person is the perfect. most perfect person. Krishna also says in many places in the Bhagavad Gita, he is the perfect yogi. Yoginam api sarvesam madgata antaratmana sadhyavan bhajate jumang samejukta tamo. Of all yogis, there are different kinds of yogis. Yoginam api sarvesam madgata antaratmana, one who is thinking of me, always Krishna. Krishna, sabai mana Krishna padarvinda, thinking of Krishna lotus feet. Just like Kulashekar Maharaj, Krishna tadiya pada pankaja panyarantam uddaiva vishatu me manasa rajahansa prana prana samay kapabhata pitto kantavarodhana vidau smaranankutas. Krishna, now I am healthy and my mind is just like swan. The swan likes to entangle himself with the stem of lotus flower. So, Krishna tadiya padapankaja panjarantam uddaiva vishatu me manasa rajahansa. So rajahansa, the mind is rajahansa. It should be trained to be entangled with the lotus stem of Krishna's lotus feet. Otherwise, at the time of death, kapha, vata, pitta, the three elements, kapha, vata, pitta, they will be strong and we may not remember. If we chant Hare Krishna immediately, if we begin practice this Hare Krishna mantra and think of Krishna always, manvana bhava mad bhakta, mad jaji mang namastu. This is Krishna consciousness. Very simple thing. Always thinking of Krishna. This Hare Krishna Maha Mantra teaches how to think of Krishna 24 hours. Then you become perfect. Raja Vidya Raja Gujjam Pavittam Idam Uttamam Pratakham Avagavam. In all types of religious systems, yoga, jnana, karma or anything, whatever you have manufactured, you are not certain how much you are advanced. But if you practice bhakti yoga, you will be personally feeling, yes, I am making advance. Pratakham avagavam bhava. Otherwise, how you can make progress? Unless you make progress, unless you are firmly convinced in Krishna consciousness, how long you can chant Hare Krishna? 1 day, 2 days, that's all. Then you will be disgusted. Therefore, Pratakham avagavam bhava. One understands, yes, we receive so many letters from our foreign students. How they are feeling? Because they are taken seriously. They are feeling of life. We have got life. Pratakham avagavam. Pratakham means direct. Direct bhakti parashan bhava. Just like if you eat, you will directly understand whether you are getting strength and whether hunger is being satisfied. You don't require to take certificate. I am eating, am I satisfied? But you know why you want to take satisfaction, certificate from others. You know. Pratakham avagavam bhava. This is bhakti process. Adu shuddhya, tato sadhu sangha, tato bhajana kriya, tato anartha nivrittisya. These are the different stages. Every stage you will find that yes, I am making progress. If you have got sadhya, if you have got little faith, all right, these people are teaching Krishna consciousness, let us see what they are talking about. You come first of all, just like these boys came to me. Now, Adu Sadhya, then they little liked it. Then Sadhu Sangha, then again came. Then offer themselves, Bhajana Kriya, Ramiji, kindly accept me as your disciple. As soon as the Bhajana Kriya, immediately there is anartha nivrittisya, all unwanted things. No smoking, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no meat eating, no gambling. We make this condition before making a student. It is not that You remain a Shudra, Mlecha, and I make you a disciple. I'll never touch you, I'll never touch your food, and I become your Guru. It is not this Guru business. It is not Guru business. Guru must transfer his qualities to the student. How it is there that a man makes one's personal disciple and remains a Shudra? What is this nonsense? Can Shudra be initiated? No. No Shudra can initiate. Dijattang jayate nina, tatha dikha vidhanena, dijattang jayate nina. This is Sanatana Goswami's injunction. Immediately he becomes Brahmin. If he is actually initiated, if you are falsely initiated, he remains a Shudra, he will remain arrested. That's all. Why you should falsely initiate a person? If you cannot make him a Brahman and elevate him to the highest stage of devotional service, why should you cheat others? Initiation means making him dijattam. Tatha dikha vidhanena dijattam jayate. How an initiated person can remain a Shudra? This is going on. Therefore they are thinking that these Americans, they are military, how they can become a sannyasi? It is nonsense. How is sannyasi can become a Javan? He must be elevated from the Javan position. Hirata hunandra pulinda puppasa avira sambha javana kasad jenne cha papa siddhanti prabhavishnave nama. This is the process. Therefore it is Rajavidya. Unless one comes to this Rajavidya state, he has no right to make disciples. He has no right. He is himself a fool. He does not know what is Krishna consciousness movement. So Rajavidya Rajagujam Prattakham Avagavam Dharma. This is Prattakham Avagavam Dharma. How they are becoming ecstatic in chanting. Every can see. Prattakham. They are surprised. Actually they are surprised. How they have become so nicely devoted. This is Prattakham. Prattakham Avagavam Dharma. And Susukham. Is it very difficult? How they have become Vaishnava. Susukham. Chant, dance and eat prasad. That's all. Susukham. There is no prescription forced upon them that you kneel down yourself and make your head down and press your nose and do this, do that. No. Susukham. Please come here. Chant Hare Krishna mantra. Dance. And when you are tired, take prasad. That's all. Susukham. Susukham kottum. Kottum, to execute this devotional service is very pleasant. Pleasant. And abhayam. Whatever you do, that is your permanent asset. It will never be lost. Bhakti Yoga process, if you can execute 1%, it becomes asset. And next life you are guaranteed. Because you will be given the facility of executing Bhakti Yoga further. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita and every Shastra. Suchinam simatangehe yoga bhrasta sanjaya. One who could not persecute. There is other passages in Srimad Bhagavatam also. The takta sadharmam charanambujam hare patet tatu jadi bhajan na pakota. If one by sentiments takes to Krishna consciousness, takta sadharmam, giving up his own occupation. But maybe for immature condition he may fall down. The tatra kova abhadra. What is the loss? And Shastra said, and a person who is executing his religious process, sadharmaka, but he has no devotional service, what does he gain? What does he gain? Suppose a so-called Brahmin or a perfect Brahmin executes his religious process very perfectly, but he does not become a devotee. Then what is his gain? These are the Shastric injunctions. So, it is Rajavi. This Bhakti Yoga is the topmost educational system and it is open for everyone. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Prithivite ache jato nagaradi gram. Does it mean he wanted to make a fuss? If every city, every town was to be broadcast with Chaitanya cult, then what is Chaitanya cult? Chaitanya cult means realization of Krishna. That is Chaitanya cult. Aradha Bhagavan Vrajasatanayo Tadhyamam Vrindavan. This is Chaitanya cult. So one who is engaged in Krishna consciousness, does he remain a Javana, a Shudra? What is this nonsense? But this against propaganda going on against this Krishna consciousness movement. That Swami Bhaktivedanta is giving sannyas to these Javanas, to the intellectuals. What is this rascal? Can Javana be sannyas? Can Javana become a devotee? No. Vaishnava jati vidhi, arche siladhi gurusu narmati Vaishnava jati vidhi. The most obnoxious thing. Most obnoxious, they are all fools. I can challenge them. In Hyderabad, so many caste Brahmins came to challenge me. The caste Brahmin. No caste Brahmin. Caste Brahmin means Chaturvarnam maya system gunakarma vibhag. Siddhar Swami says, yes, jadi annatra vidishita, tattrinaiva vinidhi. It is exactly to the point of Shastra. Otherwise it is not possible to make them so perfect. So the propaganda against us is a false propaganda.